But if you know me, you know I'm not afraid to say I can do better. I am sorry that my message was in the heat of the moment, because when I initially spoke on the topic, it really came from a place of care.
Just a few days after the WNBA finished its review and found no proof of any hateful behavior from fans at the Indiana Fever season opener, ESPN analyst Chiney Ogwumike offered an unexpected apology. She admitted she was wrong to repeat claims that hadn't been confirmed and told Fever fans she's sorry, adding that she'll be more careful and responsible in her future commentary.
Hey everybody, I'm sure you've seen the WNBA statement on the investigation, and I want to address this with the same energy I did the first time, because if you really know me, I always try my absolute best to uplift the WNBA, to celebrate the amazing players, the coaches, and of course the fans. That is something that is at the core.
Chiney Ogwumike's apology comes at a time when the WNBA is facing some tough questions. Caitlin Clark's arrival in the league has brought huge attention, but it's also stirred up controversy. A flagrant foul against her, followed by a media storm, has sparked debate over how games are being called, how fans are behaving, and what lines commentators should never cross. This isn't just about saying sorry. It's about trust, how the league is viewed, and where things go from here. What started as on-court criticism has now turned into a bigger cultural conversation. The spotlight is now on the WNBA, broadcasters, and former players to take a closer look at how they talk about Caitlin Clark's place in the league. Here's what no one can deny: Caitlin Clark, the top overall draft pick and the all-time NCAA scoring leader, has had a rough introduction to the pros. In her first few games, videos show her taking hard hits, aggressive screens, and fouls that many fans, and even some analysts, felt went too far.
Get a shot attempt up. What do you see there, Debbie?
It's hard to tell from that angle. The official in the C position has a clear look at it and doesn't.
The game had a heated moment between Reese and Fever star Caitlin Clark. In the third quarter, Clark fouled Reese to stop an easy layup. Reese was clearly upset and tried to confront Clark right after the play. The refs later upgraded Clark's foul to a flagrant one, giving Reese 2 free throws. After the game, both players kept it professional and tried to move on when reporters asked about it, but the reaction that got the most attention came from Chiney Ogwumike, former number 1 draft pick, WNBA veteran, and current ESPN analyst. During her live commentary following the foul on Clark by Carter, Ogwumike said the play was just part of the physical nature of pro basketball. In one part of the segment, she explained,
I absolutely agree. And when you think about this circumstance in this day and age that we're in, a lot of people project their own subjective feelings on these ladies as, people that have gotten to know them. They just want to compete at the highest levels. Once the play was over, they were on to the next. But I lastly say this, when it comes to racism and the hateful rhetoric and the statement that the WNBA is saying, I think it's important because at the end of the day, if you are truly a basketball fan, you would understand and agree. We have no space in our game for those types of comments, and also not, putting more gasoline on the fire in a circumstance where we're here to appreciate the beautiful
Chiney Ogwumike's comments, though supported by some former players, sparked a strong backlash from Caitlin Clark's growing fan base. Many felt she downplayed the seriousness of how Clark has been targeted on the court and overlooked the bigger concerns about how the league is being perceived and how fouls are being called. Critics argued that ESPN and its commentators were making things worse by fueling baseless rumors, which no one could actually confirm. They pointed out that last season, Caitlin Clark took several hard fouls but never chased down other players or shouted at them. The frustration from fans was clear. Many feel the media is doing more harm than good when it comes to promoting the WNBA. Some even claimed the league and its media partners haven't learned from past mistakes. With NBA viewership already dropping, they say fans are tired of race-based narratives and political talking points being pushed into the game. As for the controversy surrounding the Fever's season opener against the Chicago Sky, the WNBA officially said on Tuesday that it found no evidence to support claims of racist fan behavior. We've investigated reports of racist behavior near the court during the May 17, 2025, game, the league said in a statement. After reviewing video, audio, and speaking with fans, team staff, and arena personnel, we found nothing to back up those claims. The WNBA remains committed to creating a safe and welcoming space for all and will continue to strictly enforce its fan code of conduct. In more recent coverage and social media posts, Chiney Ogwumike has softened her stance. She's now acknowledging Clark's major impact on the league and is calling for the WNBA to better support and promote its rising stars.
It really came from a place of care. It was based on firsthand conversations with people very close to the situation who raised real concerns, and they told me what they had experienced. And I felt like it was important and it was necessary to acknowledge those allegations and also voice those experiences. Now, in the process, however, I totally recognize that it may have impacted fans in a way that I did not intend, and I am sorry. I'm also happy that the WNBA treated the matter with the utmost seriousness, followed through with the investigation, and I understand that having a platform comes with a responsibility, and I do not take that lightly. So as our league continues to grow, I am going to grow with it. And I am so committed to be better in how I share perspectives and grow alongside the game that I truly love and adore. I mean, some of my favorite memories as a pro was playing in Indiana, and I truly believe that WNBA, we have the most passionate fans, and I'm grateful for our community. I hope you know that's who I am. Love you guys. Thank you.
Chiney Ogwumike hasn't completely taken back her comments, but she has noticeably changed her tone, an acknowledgement that this controversy has grown far beyond one foul. Her shift sparked mixed reactions. Some fans were direct, saying, "You didn't just make a mistake, you lied," and called her apology insincere. Others urged her to make the apology on national TV, not just on social media. In her own words, she said she was sorry for jumping to conclusions and making things worse by feeding into a racial controversy that lasted for days, without any real evidence behind it. Despite all the public talk, there is no confirmed WNBA investigation into how Caitlin Clark is being treated on the court, or how referees are handling her games. However, after the controversial foul by Kennedy Carter, the league did take some action. The WNBA upgraded the foul after reviewing it, put out a short statement reaffirming its commitment to player safety, and promised tighter referee oversight for high-profile games. Still, many fans and analysts feel the league hasn't done enough. Caitlin Clark is currently the most talked-about player in the sport, yet there's been no major press conference or strong league statement defending her or addressing the idea of targeted play. Ticket prices have also been impacted. After news broke on May 27 that Clark would miss time due to a left quad strain, resale prices for Indiana Fever games dropped. Tickets that had been selling for over $100 in some cases dropped to under $20. But this isn't necessarily a crisis. Demand remains strong in most markets, and prices are expected to rebound once she returns. What's clear, though, is that Clark's presence directly affects ticket value, raising long-term questions about how the WNBA can balance team loyalty with the rise of individual stardom. Meanwhile, some social media reactions to Clark's injury were harsh and even cruel. A small but vocal group of fans, some supporting rival teams, celebrated or brushed off the injury. While toxic fan behavior exists in all sports, the reaction to Clark's injury stood out for its intensity, highlighting how she's viewed in wider cultural debates. The media response has also been divided. Some journalists have defended Clark and called for better protection, while others, including Chiney initially, took a more dismissive stance, only softening as public criticism grew louder. At its heart, this isn't just about Caitlin Clark. It's about how the WNBA handles its growing success, the pressure that comes with it, and how it treats its stars. Clark has brought in massive attention from fans, sponsors, and global media. According to ESPN, her games have broken records, including the Fever vs Sky game, which drew 2.7 million viewers, the most-watched regular-season WNBA game ever. Clark is expected to miss at least 4 games, but even in her absence, her impact is clear. Ticket prices for Fever road games have dropped significantly since her injury was announced. According to TickPick, prices for the Mystics game fell 47%, and the Sky game dropped 71%. Both teams had even moved the games to larger arenas to accommodate demand. This kind of star power brings big expectations. When fans see missed calls, inconsistent fouls, or dismissive commentary, they speak out, and if those concerns aren't taken seriously, the league risks losing the trust of its newest and most passionate supporters. Whether you agree with Chiney Ogwumike's original remarks or not, one thing is clear: she's shifted her message. She's gone from calling Clark's treatment a rookie wake-up call to saying young stars like her deserve protection. That change reflects how the league is rethinking its approach to rising talent. It's not an outright apology, but it's a sign that the backlash had an impact. And now, commentators and analysts are walking a much finer line when talking about the WNBA's biggest names. If the league wants to keep building on this moment rather than losing momentum, here's what needs to happen: consistent officiating. Fouls should be called the same way for everyone, rookies or veterans, no matter the matchup. Public support for all stars, whether it's Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Aja Wilson, or Sabrina Ionescu. The league needs to show it's standing behind its top players. Media accountability. Analysts can critique the game, but dismissing player safety or fan concerns crosses a line. Owning mistakes matters. Better injury transparency. Fans care deeply, and so do sports bettors, so being open and clear about injuries helps build trust. Keep the focus on basketball. The drama shouldn't take over. The WNBA is delivering great basketball, and that should always be the main focus. Caitlin Clark's arrival has been both a gift and a challenge for the league. The spotlight is here, and it's not going away. Every play, every call, every headline now carries more weight. Chiney Ogwumike felt that pressure. She pushed a narrative that didn't sit well with fans. And while she hasn't fully owned up to it, her shift in tone says a lot. The fans made their voices heard, the media has adjusted, and now the WNBA stands at a crossroads. Will the league protect its stars? Will it listen to its fans? Or will it let this rare wave of momentum fade away before it really takes off? What do you think? Hit subscribe and join the conversation below. Should the WNBA tighten the rules? Should commentators choose their words more carefully? And is Caitlin Clark changing the league for better or worse? Drop your take, and don't miss our next breakdown as this story continues to unfold.